Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs, have a PhD from YouTube University, and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. One thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak, aka the Warden. Together we host what I call the Friday Night Beast, which is what you're watching right now. And y'all, we got a doozy for y'all tonight. We've been dreaming about this forever. I have had this on my list to do for several months, almost a year probably. So I don't know if you saw the thumbnail or not. We're going to do a his and hers Benedict, ex-Benedict. I have always loved it, topping it with my brisket. And I did a special cook, I guess earlier this week. And then I carved off enough for all of us, for both of us. We froze it. Then she decided it's not sitting well with her, so she's going to do it a little different for hers. That's why I did it as battling
Benedicts.
For some reason, I want to start saying beignets every time I'm going to say it. That's a totally different menu.
That is. So we will be doing some poffles.
Yes.
And then we will also make an hollandaise sauce. And then we will poach the eggs. And then I'm going to have mine with ham.
Yeah.
So I guess whenever you're ready to start on the poffle, I will need
that bowl you had me put in the
bowl.
The bowl. The bowl you had me put in the shelf.
Oh no. That measuring cup.
Okay.
This.
All the stuff you pushed away from me.
All right, and the cheese, which I think is in the fridge. And I guess, yeah, you could push that plate closer where I could reach it. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to start off. And you know what I need, babe? I need one more or a little cup to hold the egg yolks. Or you could give me the
another one of these.
That, or you could give me the blender thing. Whichever you prefer.
That'd be easier. It makes more sense instead of dirty on another one.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do while I'm up? I'm going to get the machine for that too.
Yeah. So this can be for our holidays in a little bit. Put it right here. And I'm going to read a few comments that came in before restream. I saw Renee was first. She goes, "Hey, yo, who's first?" And that was Renee. And then Brenda F said, "Hi," and laugh out loud, Shelly. What did I do? And then 22Q Cat said, "Hi, Shelly, Keith, and all. Happy Friday."
Howdy.
Hi. Brenda F said, "Hi, happy Friday." And then I think there we go. There is Shauna.
Hey.
Miss Shauna said, "Hey, Heath and Shelly. How is everyone doing this Friday?" And I want to get started on our poffle first because that's what's going to take the longest.
I want one more little cup, though.
And I'm just adding like a cup of the pork rind crumbs. And then I'm going to add one whole egg.
Just in case. I feel like that's not enough. It takes up less room there.
And then we want to do a cup of cheese. Get that in there.
Ooh, I need a plate for myself too.
And pick up these little strands, and that should. Hey, do you want to give me the scissors and I cut this? Or if you want to cut it for me. Somebody's moody tonight, y'all. Okay, I'm just going to cut that yolk. And I'm going to start stirring this a little bit. Yeah.
Cheese?
Yeah. And we already
use the rest of that, right?
Yeah. And we already have our waffle maker getting cooked up. Or heated up, rather. And then what I'm going to do here, So that's what I'm doing for our holiday sauce. And I just do Julia Child's recipe, but in the blender. And so you need 3 egg yolks. So let me do this. How about y'all? Do you like a good poached egg? What's your favorite kind of egg that you like to have? I love eggs Benedict. And I used to think that I didn't really care for poached eggs. And then when I learned, oh, that's what's on an eggs Benedict, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I do like them. And so what I'm doing is I'm adding all of the egg whites to the poffle mixture, because for the holiday sauce, which is such a great keto sauce, y'all, all you need is egg yolks. And you need 3 egg yolks. And then this is going to help us later when we do our poached eggs. So I was like, well, you know, of course, I'm not going to waste at the price of eggs right now. I'm certainly not going to waste egg whites. But I was like, oh, that'll be perfect, because I can just use the egg whites in our chaffles.
Right. And you're going to need this to get the egg out, right?
Yeah, that'll work. All right. And then, messy. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to put this for right now. We're going to move this over here. And what's in there is we started making some of our 5 spice.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, there it is. And so when we made the 5 spice,
there's always a little bit of remnants left in
yeah.
there.
So we just then make the holiday sauce on top of that. And then that way it kind of seasons that holiday sauce. And I'm just going to add some Texas 5 spice to our poffle mixture. And then mix this all together.
Wow.
Well, here, you're good at mixing.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Well, jump on them comments.
Good. Barely Begun is
hey,
here. Bro. Hey, Coda. Said evening, y'all. What's up? And L Strange. Hey, Lisa. She goes, hey, yous guys. I love Eggs Benny. Yeah, what is y'all's favorite Eggs Benedict? I want to know which type is your favorite. I've always preferred a classic Eggs Benedict, which I know uses Canadian bacon. What?
Go ahead.
But what I got from Aldi sells ham in the little biscuit cut size. So that's what I'm using on mine. And to me, it's very close to Canadian bacon.
No, it's just, I got a recipe video come up pretty soon. And I said I want to top mine with a brisket. Well, I did an Italian brisket. I make my own homemade Italian seasoning. So I have several recipes. I think I have 6 other recipes I'm doing too, or including the chaffle, including the Benedict. It's all Italian. When we started researching it, trying to find other Italian type dishes we can make with the brisket, it turns out it's an American dish, which is crazy. It's an American uses a Canadian bacon.
Well. But yeah, Eggs Benedict is considered American. I would have thought by the name.
Mm-hmm. British, at least, probably. Or am I just being...
I thought it would be more like French.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
with
know.
The hollandaise and everything.
Benedict Arnold is what I was thinking. Because he's from Britain, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't honestly remember. Okay. And then I see Brenda F said, yay! So glad you're here. Needed the family this week.
Aww.
Hugs. Well, big hugs to you too, yes. Brenda F. It's been a hard week, hasn't it? Especially for the keto community.
I'm rich higher.
I know. But we're all there.
That reminds me.
Oh?
I was looking at it earlier when I was at lunch, because you mentioned on your warden report.
Oh.
The picture right there, we should have shown it.
Somebody did put it online. I saw.
Because it was with her and Brian.
I know.
We should have shown. I didn't think about it until just earlier when I was eating lunch. So I was sitting right here where she's at, and I looked over and saw ham on
the one that Lisa you sent to us,
yes.
the one that you made when we were all on that trip together
during the cruise.
Yeah, I did see somebody shared it online.
Butter knife to scrape that, or do you think it'll come off?
I think I get it off. Oh, I forgot to put cheese on the bottom. Oh,
well, pull it real quick.
I'll do it on top.
We'll just scrape it back, throw it in there real quick. Just do it before you're too fast.
No, I'll do it on top.
All right. And then we're done with this, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying now it's a spoon rest for everything.
Yeah, sure.
And then we carry everything over at once.
I'm just trying to
even
this out a little bit.
And then last time we made these, y'all, when we made the thumbnail for this, we actually made the hash brown style with the cauliflower rice. But in my opinion, they were still a little too soft. For this type of dish, I want it to be crunchy.
He wants the chocolate a little crispier.
Yeah, that's the word, crispy. Thank you. Because you're gonna put the sauce on it, that damages it up. But I figured the last time the sauce plus they were kind of soft anyways, so it made them really soggy. But tonight she said it would actually make it better if we made topples.
Well,
I mean, it makes sense.
I didn't say better. I was just thinking maybe you would like it better. Maybe it would end up being a little crispy.
Also, she said that way we wouldn't have to add as much cheese either because I didn't feel like shredding the cheese.
Yeah, because the way he wanted to do it, I was like, well, we're going to have to spread some cheese.
So, yeah. Yeah, just put it over here.
Okay, and here's the rest of that cheese. So I'm just going to put a little more on top here. Oops.
And then here, we just spread that out.
Yeah.
Or just do it with your chef hands.
Yeah.
Show off.
Okay, now you close it. There we go. And we're just going to let that start cooking. And then I've already got over here. Oh, you can't see it. But off camera, I've already got a pot of water. Kind of, is it lightly boiling?
Here, can I see the handle at least?
Yeah. But anyways, I put in there, it's about a quart of water with 2 tablespoons, actually a little more than 2 tablespoons, as I was at the bottom of my vinegar. And when
it's not even boiling at all.
Okay.
No bubbles.
We'll turn it, I can't reach that far. And turn it up a little.
This one?
Yeah. There you go. But I added a little more than 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and that'll just help with poaching the eggs.
You know what? I'm going to go put this in the sink then.
Okay. Yeah, we're done with the pork rinds too.
All right.
Oh no, Shauna, you're having pain after your PT on Monday.
Oh,
and you're still not doing well. What happened? Did they work you too hard?
Sounds like.
Rick went here. Hey, Joe. She said, howdy, Horde. What's up?
Howdy.
Shauna said, sounds like when Oscar the Grouch would go down into his trash can.
What is it?
What I guess what you were saying. Shauna said, I don't really care for poached. My fave is honestly just scrambled. Scrambled is good. And I've been doing that lately where I put like a lot of butter. Oh, yeah, we need a stick of butter out.
I thought Shauna's favorite was deviled eggs.
A stick of butter out, and that little saucepan behind you, add the whole stick of butter to that, and then put it on this other, and put it on that one, and just put the whole stick of butter in there. What?
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Oh, and turn it on.
My eyes are bothering me now for some reason. All the way, or just on medium?
No, more. That's real low. I would even do more than that. Hasn't even come on yet. There you go. All right, we're going to get a stick of butter melted because we're going to need that for our holidays, but we're going to do our holidays last because that takes less than 3 minutes.
It takes us longer to set everything up.
Yeah. And so we want to basically get the chaffle done, and then we'll get the eggs poached and put that on there and then do the holidays.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All right. 3HQ Cat said, not a fan of poached eggs either. I just preferred scrambled most of the time. I'm boring. No, that's not boring. Scrambled eggs can be quite fancy. So what I was saying is I've been doing mine in a lot of butter. And then towards the end, I add a whole bunch of cheese and just stir that up. And it makes the creamiest scrambled eggs ever, y'all. It's so good. Shauna said, I honestly don't think I ever ordered or made an eggs Benedict. Wow. I really like it. Brenda F has never had eggs Benedict as well. Wow. The first time I actually had eggs Benedict, y'all, was on a cruise. And that's why I say, I mean, cruising has changed since I started back in 2003. Was my first cruise ever. So it's changed a lot in 22 years. But when I first did it, that's why I like about cruises, because used to all of the food was included. So when I would get a menu and it would have stuff I didn't know about, that was the perfect time to try it, because if it turned out I didn't like it, then you know what? I could just send it back and order something else. Oops. Sorry. So, yeah, that's how I had it the first time. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And actually, when I used to order, it was really good. Lately, though, I will say the past few cruises that I had it on pre-keto weren't as good. Like they changed it over the years, but that's where I first tried it. I had tried it a few times out, and it's really good. But a classic eggs Benedict is an English muffin, and then you have your Canadian ham, and then your poached egg, and then holiday sauce. The only thing I didn't like is on the cruise originally, they would put a little, like they would put a slice of black olive on top. Why'd you run it? I love olives, but in situations. So, yeah. So when I've gone out before, there's like a place called Toasted Yolk. And I feel like there was, I think it's called First Watch now, but it used to be called something else, I thought. Anyways, and I've gotten theirs pre-keto. And now it's like, some places like Toasted Yolk has a whole section just for eggs Benedict, because they have several different ones. And I think Renee said there's a place near her that they have like an assortment of eggs Benedict, because people have basically taken the concept of some type of bread, some type of meat, in case they're doing vegetarian, some type of egg, because they're not always doing the poached anymore, and then some type of sauce on top, and they're calling that an eggs Benedict. So, like, for example, I've seen a fried chicken Benedict, and it's basically like a biscuit with fried piece of chicken, egg, and gravy.
That's what that one place in Austin we've gone to before. Remember? It was
the one in Dallas?
No, it's not a biscuit. I'm sorry, it was a waffle.
Yeah, that was waffle. But yeah, so I've seen all kinds and all different meats. So he made this amazing brisket, and it did taste amazing. But he is going to do his topped with brisket. And I mean, talk about a sexy breakfast dish or brunch. I know a lot of people.
On the plate.
Huh?
You said sexy dish. So I'm not getting on the plate.
Not this plate. But I feel like a lot of times you see it more at brunch places, right? Don't you think? Than like a traditional diner might not, but a brunch place, that's like the thing to do for brunch. Caden said, hi, everyone. Hi, Caden. Hi, Shelly and Heath. Eggs Benedict is my absolute favorite breakfast. I never do poached the eggs, though I usually just fry them over easy in butter.
Oh,
that's good. Excuse me one moment. That's good. And you know what I was just thinking? Since we're melting the butter in that, what am I going to cook my ham in? Is that
that same pan? Pour the butter off, and you just cook it in the butter. The remnant.
What are we going to pour the butter into?
A little dish or a decanter.
Okay. Okay.
You get something.
Shauna said, between losing 2 friends on the same day,
Sorry.
and this pain I'm still having, I've about hit my limit of sad. I bet. You poor thing. Well, hugs to you from us.
Oh, we had a little pouring, like a saucepan. We poured in like a little
There's those glass ones there.
glass.
Well, porcelain, ceramic. Shauna said, Heath, you need to add some baking soda to the mix for the cauli browns. Oh,
That's a good idea.
the baking soda makes it crispier. Nice.
Yeah, this is good too. There's a pour spot on it also.
Yeah, there we go.
No, I'm just showing them how pretty that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this. It's actually a measuring cup. Oh, wow. Pier 1. So this is probably like 20 years old. Does anybody shop at Pier 1 anymore?
Has everybody ever? I've never been there.
Oh, I used to go all the time. I had a roommate that loved Pier 1. And so I got these. It's a whole set of measuring cups. So this is the 1 cup one. But I'm like, how accurate is this going to be? Because the 1 cup is like halfway. And I'm like, how accurate is that? And then if it's melted, turn it down to low.
Oh, it's a good team melted.
Yeah. Oh, Shauna said, I'm not sure what happened. More manipulation of my lower back muscles. Ooh, that's looking good. You want to open that? We'll flip it.
Just a second.
Okay. Caden said, hope you feel better soon. To Shauna, yeah, I hope so too. Patty's here. Hey, Patty. She goes, hey, everyone. I'm listening on the TV, but I'm in and out. My brother just got out of emergency surgery. It's been a day.
Oh, that's really good, actually.
Patty, I'm so sorry. I hope everything's okay then since he got out. Ooh. Oh, I think those are done. You want to unplug that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels crispy to me.
You know what we can do then?
Uh-uh.
I don't know if we can do it. Do we leave it in there heated though? I'm going to close it. Is what I'm asking.
I was thinking to pull them out because look how hard they are. I don't want them to
keep cooking and get too crunchy.
Right. I want to still. Turn that one down too.
This one?
No. The butter that's popping. It should be popping.
I thought I turned it down.
No.
I turned it to high?
No, that's high.
That's all the way down.
Okay.
It says min right there.
Okay.
Or the only thing I can do is just pull it off.
Yeah, put it on the cooking or the cutting board. Okay. So let me.
Okay, what I want to do is close this and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Then we're going to need we're going to need a room for the mixer.
Mm-hmm. And then let me do.
You're gonna leave it open though, right?
Yeah.
You move clear. Pick that up, and I'll pick up the rest.
Just so they could see.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. Oh, let me turn that up because it's not boiling.
Boiling at all.
Mm-mm.
Do you want me to put it on the other one? Because isn't this the one that regulates it or whatever? It cuts off.
Yeah, it makes it a little tricky.
Right.
Then we're going to need.
Want to pour it off?
Not yet. I want it to stay warm because we're going to be doing that very last.
Uh-huh.
But you don't think the sound's going to mess up by doing that right here?
I don't think so. It's up to them.
All right.
Well, here, give me this and we'll put it in the oven.
All right.
So
well, also, can you cut it first?
Okay. You find a knife.
There, I just cleaned one earlier in the drying rack.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And then, what else do we need to get out of the fridge? Where's your brisket?
It's in the microwave waiting to get heated.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, as soon as this comes to a boil, then I can.
Because what I'm going to do is just put some butter on mine and microwave it.
Okay. Yeah, but Patty, let us know how your brother's doing.
You know what you need to do, really? We need to spin this whole thing and then we need to put this right here. And then Unroll it? No, wait, maybe I'm thinking. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll reach, but it should.
Sure.
Take it. I'm fixing to have to sit down. Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. What the hell? But now I gotta. Can you even reach that, or I gotta get up again?
Reach what?
The container.
blender? Yeah. Kate says, I love scrambled too. I always overcook them. I would love a tutorial on how to make the creamy, delicious looking eggs you showed on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Maybe I could do like a little short on it. They turned out so good, y'all. I was thinking too, if I could find some chives, that would then, after when I plate, put some fresh chives on top.
2 sticks left. Not chives, the green onion.
Yeah, I did the green onion, but I'm saying chives I think would look even better.
Right.
Just keep an eye on that and tell me when the water starts to boil.
Right.
Kate said, I tried making them already. It didn't work out. Well, I will definitely do it. I'm going to tell you, when it comes to eggs, the most important thing is low heat. Low heat. Like, I mean, even if you think you're like, this is never going to cook, that's what you want. The low and slow for eggs is the best way, in my opinion.
Because you basically do the Alton Brown way, right?
What's the Alton Brown?
Like I've seen his recipe when he's doing it. I think it was him. No, when Alton Brown. It was the other one.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yes, his.
Yeah, now he'll do his in an actual pot.
Wow.
Because he feels like that has better control. But I just do mine in my little skillet. But I have lots of butter, low temp. Like basically, I set it on my setting. It goes from 1 to 10. Now I never go past 5, but I will set it on a 3. And then once the butter is melted, then I will turn the heat down to like 2 or maybe even a 1.8, just very low. And I add my egg and I just stir. And it'll look like it's like not cooked yet. But when it's almost there, then you want to add your cheese and then cook it another 1 or 2 minutes. And it's just perfect. But I will definitely do a video. Thank you, Caden.
It's not boiling at all.
Well, but it's on high heat, right?
Yeah. It's annoying, though.
Mm-hmm. Keto Simple's here. Hey,
brother.
Dustin. He said, good evening, everyone. It's been a hell of a week.
I'm telling you.
I am saying it really has. I'm just going to put this here because it's blocking your face. And I will need the lemon juice. I know. But whenever you get up again, because you're going to have to get up for something, I'm sure. But it really has been, it's been a long week. I felt like I'm normally not someone like this. Normally, I feel like I blink and it's Friday, right? Like, I feel like whenever we end our lives on Sunday, I'm like, oh, we've got a whole week. And next thing I know, it's Friday again. And that's usually, time just goes that fast for me. But this week just seemed like I was like, it's only Thursday. And then even today I was like, okay, this Friday needs to be done. Like at about lunchtime, like it was like, okay, I'm done working. I'm like, seriously, just
me
done.
Me too. And then my company sent me VTO, told me I could go home if I wanted. I was very tempted.
Oh, I know. But I just was like, okay, we're going to make it through. But it was hard, y'all.
And speaking of Fridays, y'all know what next Friday is, right?
Yeah.
We have a triple play for y'all.
Next Friday, we're inviting you to Valentine's dinner with the Parkers.
Right.
We promised to keep it PG.
Party at the Palace.
Party at the Palace? Well, it's not a party. It's a romantic dinner.
Mm-hmm. That's a party to me.
But yes, I already have appetizer, entree, and dessert. I'm really excited about the dessert, y'all.
Me too.
I actually saw another channel I watched. She's kind of like this. It's kind of like an aesthetic channel. And anyways, but she is vegetarian. So she made this dessert, but I was like, that is so easy to keto-fy. And that's what I'm going to be doing. as I'm keto-fying this dessert. I'm just really excited. 22Q Cat said, did you end up getting your groceries after the credit card fiasco at Costco, Dustin? Oh, what was that? I guess you talked about it Tuesday. Keto Simple says, I'll have to go back tomorrow.
Do you want to just top it with a fried egg like somebody said? Because that'd be a lot easier. We already have it done.
No.
It's still not boiling.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you want to put it on the main thing and I do it over there?
No,
okay.
Because you can't do comments from over there.
Rickwood said, does Pier 1 even exist anymore? I know ours closed years ago. I thought it does. I think there's one near me. Let me see. Yeah? Let's see.
Yeah, but a lot of times you pull it up and then you go to like get directions or whatever, and it's like closed.
Oh, that's true. Oh, do Pier 1 stores still exist? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
They went out of business.
Pier 1 import stores are permanently closed, but the brand continues to exist online. So I guess online. So I wonder, I think it might be at Kirkland's now. Seems like that's the same store to me. Pier 1, Kirkland's. Isn't that virtually the same?
But I always get that confused. A lot of Costco's
I know.
Kirkland.
I know. But that's true. So they don't even exist. So, I mean, now that that's marked Pier 1, does that mean it's like so valuable now? Anybody want to pay $50 for it? I'm just kidding. 22Q Cat said, oh no, you could have called me and you better believe I would have used my own card just so you could get them. Sorry that happened, Dustin.
What happened?
I don't know. What happened, Dustin? We need to know. You have to tell us again. Patty said he started having horrible pain during the night. This is her brother. And by 4 a.m., my sister-in-law took him to the ER. It's been all day. If tests that kept coming back normal, they did scans, nothing. Ultrasound finally decided. We'll have to wait. 80s baby's here. Hey, said hello all. What's up? How are you? Oh, here we go. Finally decided he was locked up from the gallbladder lineage. They thankfully were able to clean him out robotically instead of having to cut him totally open. Wow. Yikes. How scary. Well, I'm glad that they finally figured out what it is, and now he should be on the road to recovery. Keto Simple said, Chandra has the debit card. I have one of our credit cards, but it's a MasterCard at Costco only. Yes, that's right. I
hate that about them.
I hated that before because then I would be like,
nothing.
I know. Well, it's a big pot of water, but it might have been easier on the other one. I guess I should have turned it to the max at the beginning.
We'll do it now.
It is.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I remember that. And don't you hate that? Because then you're like, oh shoot, you only take Visa. Oh. Now aren't there some cards nowadays that you can put on your phone wallet? Don't they do that nowadays? I think one of my cards told me, hey, add us to your wallet. But I don't know how that works in person. I've never done that, so I don't know. Parrot Head Renee, woo, we're going OG.
Right?
Wow. She said, oh, you're off camera.
I know.
But they don't want you off.
I'll be uncomfortable so all y'all can see me being uncomfortable. And I can't see y'all because all of this is in the way too. So it's one or the other.
Okay. Renee said, hey, folks, one hell of a week with work, personal, and my friend's brother was just killed in a plane crash while doing reconnaissance over Philippines.
Oh, no.
I'm over it. Oh, my gosh.
So sorry.
Renee, I am so sorry.
Every time we turn around, it's tragedy, tragedy, tragedy.
It sounds like everybody had a horrible week.
Yes.
February so far has been total crap show.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. That is awful. Our condolences to your friend.
Yeah.
Patty said the doc said he was bad. gangrenous. Was
no.
surprised he hadn't had any issues before now. Well, you know what they say, that men don't ever really talk up until it's really bad. Well, except if you're not comfortable, then you talk about it.
But for the chaffles, though, should we throw them in the air fryer? Because they're not going to stay warm in the oven.
I guess.
Because they're going to be cold by the time this comes out.
Okay, well, I've given you options to put it on the stove.
I know, but I gave you an option how I want it done, though.
Okay. Maybe we just end the live right now, y'all, because if this is how it's going to be. 22Q Cat said, Costco's dumb about the cards they take. Not your fault. I live right there. I would have helped you out. Oh, that's so nice, Lynn. I mean, I don't get it either. I'm sure it has to do with the fees, but that is annoying because, like, I get it when stores don't want to take like Amex or Discover, because I'm like, okay, but MasterCard, what's the deal? Why not MasterCard? Shada said, oh, Peach, another sad day, 14th, Single Awareness Day. Aw, but you'll be with us. So we're going to celebrate Valentine's together. Wow. Dustin said it was $299. Wow. That sounds like a Costco haul.
That's a pretty big ask for a friend, though. That's probably why I didn't ask you.
Right? Keto Simple said, that's even forgetting to get someone Chandra needed me to get. Oh. To HQ Cat, I think I have a lot larger credit limit than just $2.99. It would have been okay.
I know.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm just saying this is a big ask for a friend, though.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's sending Renee condolences.
Leave it on. I'll start it and finish it over here.
Okay.
No, we're still on camera.
Okay.
It's annoying. I hate getting up. Oh, God. My knee.
Renee said, I'm going to go see her probably Sunday. He had just married his sweet.
Aww.
Oh, my gosh. My friend is his twin, and they were close. Oh,
Remember?
He used to do races, workouts with all of us. Great guy. USMC career, huge loss.
Well, it's like that buddy of mine that I played poker with, lived down south. He got married. The very next day, her daddy killed himself.
Oh, right.
Welcome to the family.
Well, do you mind then putting that butter back on? Can you reach in, or do you want me to get up? Just on low on the bottom one.
It's on medium.
Okay.
But it was boiling over.
Yeah.
I feel like we're sticking out here. I'm going to end up walking into it.
Rickwood said, usually stores have a sign if they don't take certain cards, but I've never seen anything at Costco. I have a Visa, never had. It's at the register, I thought, when I used to go. It's been a couple years.
It's all, by the way.
Right. But I thought that's what they had on there was only Visa. Because I've ran into the same thing. I think actually my debit card's a MasterCard. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, oh, dang, I'm going to have to put it on the credit card just because my debit card's a MasterCard. And then it just sucks because, then I have to do an extra, let me transfer from my debit to the credit card. So it pays it off right away. But yeah, it could be annoying. Okay. So what we're going to do then is what I have here. There's a lot going on. So for the poached eggs, I think it's easier to get 4 small bowls. Or however many eggs you're going to poach. Get 4 of them, or, a bowl for each egg you want to poach. And then you're just going to crack each egg. And this just makes it easier to pour into the boiling, or not the boiling, but into the water bath so that you get that nice, where it all sticks together. Okay. And then plus, if you get any shells in it, then you're fine there too. Okay. Oh, hold on. There we go. One egg's like strong. Okay. So I find that tip really helps, especially if you're someone like me that's always, I usually just break my eggs into my dish. This is better that way. And then, because I see a little bitty shell here. Let me see if I can get it.
I told you I wanted it crunchy.
Okay, well then this one could be yours. Oh, just a little.
What's the old rule? God made dirt, so dirt won't hurt.
But this is a shale.
Yeah, I'm sure it was in the dirt.
And it was in a butt. Is where it was in. Okay, that's it. So we got the 4 here. And I'm also going to need, do you want me, here, I see that's boiling.
Yeah. Now, fingers crossed, I don't drop it while I'm walking back over here.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do you want me to go get it?
No. I want you to do comments.
Well, we're caught up on comments. Probably because
you know what we need? This needs another handle on the side.
Yeah.
Is it going to keep boiling though, or do I get to take it back?
No, I don't want it to keep boiling.
Okay, perfect.
And then what I need also is a tablespoon and a lime juice. Lime or lemon. Okay, I'm going to turn this down because it is boiling, but I don't want to put the eggs in there when it's boiling like that. Right. Okay. I think this is a teaspoon.
Yeah, that's what you said. Teaspoon.
Tablespoon. God, sorry. All right. Okay.
What?
I would have just got me a measuring spoon. But
well, if you use that to measure, it now becomes a measuring spoon.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Where is the whole little cup? Oh, hold on.
I've already got it. It's fine.
It got hidden. Here.
People don't like when you do that. I've told you that.
So it sounds like people don't like when I just pee.
Sorry, y'all. We're probably gonna make this an early night. Okay. Well, you're.
I'm waiting on you. What I need to do next?
Nothing. I don't need you to do anything. I'm just waiting for this to calm down just a little bit. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is take each of these and just kind of slowly put it in there. I'll do the next one. And then all right. So we don't want that to go for more than 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how cooked you want it. So now is the perfect time to get started on my hollandaise. So I'm going to add 2. I've already got the 3 yolks in here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lime juice or lemon juice. We've already got the seasoning in there. But if you don't have, obviously, pre-seasoned, then just add in, go ahead and get that heated up.
Hit what? Especially
your brisket.
Okay.
And I'm going to add some salt. But I would say if you wanted seasoning, I think it's good to add a little cayenne or Texas 5 spice. But again, you don't have to do that. Now, this is probably going to get a little loud, y'all. So I do apologize. So I'm going to turn that on high. Turn that down. I apologize for the noise. That looks perfect.
You gonna go put the machine up, or you want to wait?
If you feel like it.
Well, I want to run you over. That's my thing.
Well, here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my ham in this real quick. I just want to heat it up because I don't like it to be like cold. And I know it's a little small, but I'm just trying to heat it up a little bit. All right. And we can put, and this is what I get. It's the biscuit ham slices. Oh, it's product of Canada. But it's the biscuit ham slices.
Oh, you're tripping.
I know, on the towel.
Okay.
From Appleton Farms. I get it at Aldi. Okay. And then we're going to need to start pulling these out. Oh, shoot. They might have run a little too long. Let me see. All right. Let's kind of shake it off a little bit. I feel like that one was a little too long. Okay. It'll still be good. And I'm just doing this to get out any other water that was on the eggs. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. And I didn't need this at all.
Oh.
I forgot to use it because I'm busy. All right. I'm just going to move this over to the stove, y'all, to get it out of the way. All right. Now we can start plating up. Let me move some of this stuff. Silverware.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now we can start getting everything plated here. So I'm going to put my chaffle down, or poffle rather, and then Heath will bring over his brisket. What did you do? Hurt your knee?
Yes.
Okay. Renee said it's crazy because all the articles and news station mention all 4 on board were killed, as well as a water buffalo when it crushed it to the rice field. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Renee said, uh-oh. Kitchen in the Parker Palace. Mom and Dad are fighting. Simmer down. We still love you. We're all grumpy and emotional, but good eats can at least make our eyes and bellies happy. Yes. He's probably just hungry. This is your plate, so whenever you want to put your brisket on there. There we go. Here's mine. Now they're hot, y'all. I just want them to get heated up. I'll turn these off.
Ooh, that's hot.
Okay.
Ooh, that's tricky.
So I'm doing 3 slices for each of my puffles.
You see that? I got one big piece.
Okay.
Yo, when we made these the other night, we also did avocado over out. She's gonna get some over tomorrow.
Okay. There's my. Oh, they feel kind of good. They feel like a little squishy.
Huh? Well, I can put this
Okay.
back over, right?
Yeah.
You want the glove? You need it on the computer?
No, I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
all of this can go away.
No. I'm working on it. Oh, shoot. Working on doing that too, obviously. So we don't need the extruder cord anymore either, right?
No.
You want to plug it for me? I can get it out of the way and I'll quit tripping on it.
There you go.
Oh,
So now,
dang it. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow.
now our holiday sauce. Oh, it's really thick tonight, y'all. What do you need now?
Patience.
Oh, yeah.
Grace.
You do.
People to quit getting on to me. Let me just be Heath.
All right. There we go. Since he's got all that brisket, put that on there.
I was thinking I want some cheese with it, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what the puffle's made out of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. There we go. Lots of holidays, right? Dang, that's good. Now, I think put some Redmond smoked salt
Yes.
as a nice topper on that too. So I'll show you our battling Benedicts. This one is mine. And kind of see the ham, my egg.
Ours is the OG.
My OG.
Mine's the Heathified.
Here's Heath's. Now that's a manly Benedict. So there you got the puffle, the brisket, the egg, and the holidays.
And then I was thinking, oh, you know what? I need some hot sauce, but you already made a spicy.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy.
Yeah. It
But
kind of
look
messed
at
me up
that.
the other day.
Does that look good? So that's Heath. And we have a green onion left. So I think Heath is going to.
Yeah, go ahead and do that while we go get our drinks.
Okay.
And you know your bottle, don't you?
Sure.
I'm just figuring just split it between us.
Okay.
Because we have one sprig left. And
Sherry said, good evening. Hey, Sherry.
Howdy.
She said, does it matter if you use a ramekin for the egg to sit in shallow water? Oh, I think you can do that. I think that's a way, like if you don't want to have to scoop your egg out. I've heard of that. I've also seen there are ways to poach an egg actually in an air fryer. And you kind of do that. You get the ramekin. If you want to do it in the air fryer, it's real easy. You get the ramekin, put some butter, like a tablespoon of butter, a little bit of water, like a teaspoon of water, put your egg in there, put it in the air fryer, like 340, I think for like 4 or 5 minutes. And then you just kind of have to loosen the egg and pull it out.
now, I have accidentally poached an egg in the the Instant Pot before.
Yes, he
I
has.
hit the wrong button on it.
That's trash. I can't reach.
Yeah.
So,
I just thought that was hilarious. I did it by accident. I don't even remember exactly how I did it.
because you never actually hit the
Cook button?
cook button. Oops. Look, I'm just shooting these green onions.
Wait, I'm sorry. Were you still with the salt?
Yeah.
Well, I was asking because I put it up there out of your reach. And thank you for trimming that. Ouch.
And maybe now Heath has food and big old brisket.
I'm not even hungry now.
He will now no longer be grumpy. He'll start being nice to his wife.
That's all I've been all day.
You were?
Yes.
Till we went live.
And then you started getting on to me.
I never got on to you.
Look at that. Ugh. Man, this brisket's so good.
Okay. Here we go. Rickwood said, I think it's good that we are all together tonight. None of us need to be alone with our thoughts. Things are bad, but complaining and sharing helps. That is true. So anything you want to complain about, fill it up. We can all complain. We can all share. Just that's what the chat is for. So y'all go right ahead. Whatever's on your mind, that's okay. You can put it out there. And I mean, yeah, Brenda F agrees too. And Renee agrees. Yes. Thank you, Renee. She said, smash that thumbs up to get the grump out. That. Huh?
All right, I'll get up and leave.
No, she's saying to expel the grump from you. It's just he needs to eat. That's how he is when he doesn't eat. So when we come for the meetup, that's why you got to have cheese on hand. Cheese gives a happy Heath. What now? Is it too crunchy? But yeah, let's just share. Let's all release all of that negative energy, all of everything. Just kind of let it go, right? All right. And I have to say, like yesterday, I had a horrible headache. I don't know what brought that on. Probably just everything going on. I just had a really bad headache. Oh, look at this egg. Oh my gosh. This one's like perfect, y'all. It's so runny. I don't know if you can, let me turn it so you can see a little more how it's running there. And the good thing about poached egg, just like any egg, you cook it to your liking. So if you don't like a runny egg, then cook it a little longer, because when I made it earlier this week, I did it for 4 minutes and it was just too long. For me, the yolk was soft, but it was not runny. And I think for an Eggs Benedict, I like it a runny egg. And I don't know if you heard earlier, Renee, where I was talking about you have a restaurant near you that has like a whole list of Benedicts that they have. Oh, that's a good idea. Renee said, I use little silicone egg cups for my poached eggs.
Oh, look. Oh.
That's awesome. Ooh, that looks great.
But can they see it, though? I have my hand in the way, my hands. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Let's do this one.
What do you think of the truffle, or the poffle, rather?
I think it's really good.
And it's very crispy this time.
Do we have any more hollandaise sauce, though?
Okay.
I need some more gravy. But because it is so crunchy. I'm like the other spectrum. It was either soft, it was real soggy the other day, and now it's really crispy.
But yeah, the silicone egg cups, that'd be perfect. I don't have any of those. The best thing I come up with, but of course not to cook in, was to hold those. Rickwood said, I have one of those egg cookers that makes hard-boiled eggs, poached eggs, or omelets, depending on which little piece one uses. I used to have that one look like a chicken. This one is plain. Oh, how cute. Renee said she passed another little bitty stone this week. So disappointing when those little jerks cause so much chaos and the end result is so tiny. I feel like I should at least have a river rock to show for it. Well, that just proves. No, go ahead, Heath.
No, especially as much pain she is, she's expecting something huge.
Right. That just shows you might be little. If you think you're a little person, little things, little people, we can make a big difference. We cause a lot of chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing I've noticed lately, y'all, and find those a little off topic, whatever. Y'all know I always use that hot logic to reheat my leftovers and whatnot. bizarre. It doesn't really work that well for the brisket, but just put a little slab of butter on it, a little pat of butter on it, throw it in the microwave for a minute and a half, and it's perfect.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that is. That Renee said, HungryHeath. And that's what we got tonight. But I think he's calming down now. Kane said, I love holiday sauce. I even like it over burger patties and omelets. Yes.
Ooh, that's an idea too.
That holiday sauce, again, that's just like a perfect sauce. It's such a great keto sauce when you think about it, because it's a high fat sauce. And you're using you could do that, I guess, depending on how strict you are, because you do add a little bit of lime or lemon juice. But it's almost BBB and E compliant because it's eggs and butter. The one I used to make was from a packet, and it was loaded with cornstarch, etc. Now I make my own, and it's so easy. I love the blender method. It's just so, you see, what is it? Under 5 minutes, and you have holiday sauce.
And she's a lifesaver too, y'all, because I used to make my own barbecue sauce. I've always made my own barbecue sauce. And I used to do it in a pot and just boil it on the stove. And I started making it in the Instant Pot for a while. She's like, wait a minute, you're doing it wrong. She goes, I have that Vitamix. It'll cook it in that. She goes, you can make soup and whatnot in it. Why can't you make sauce in it too? And I was like, done. It's so much easier.
I never say you do it wrong. That ham, y'all, it's so good. Does anybody else get that biscuit ham from Aldi? Parent Renee said the first holidays I ever made was a Sam the Cookie Guy recipe for jalapeno holidays.
Oh.
Yeah, that is good. Now this just, I would call it Texas 5 Spice days. It's really good. The other night it was even spicier. I a little too heavy handed.
I think it's because I didn't clean it out enough.
And it by the end you're just like, okay, my mouth is on fire. Renee said, not yet, Joe. I have to take them to the urologist. That's over an hour away. Most likely calcium oxalate. Ooh. Rita's Roost. Hey, Rita. She goes, hello, everyone. Food looks good. Well, thank you.
And I'm sorry, Rita. I've been noticing lately when you're going live, that every time I tune into it, it's like when I'm fixing to go to work or right in the middle of doing my chores or something like that. So I haven't been able to tune in and watch it. I'm so sorry.
I like this.
And what's really good too, y'all, the brisket, I smoked it, Tuesday? No, Sunday. I carved up these 3 pieces and put them in the freezer, and they're perfect now. The rest of them I just put in the fridge, and I've been eating on them all week. This is perfect meal prep. What?
Oh, I was looking for a tissue. I accidentally.
Oh, man, I got the whole box.
Here, I got it. I got holidays on my computer. Brenda F. She said, Shelly, your hair grows so fast. I know, doesn't it? Look at this, y'all. Look. Well, you can't really see. Here, I'll do it like this. It's almost to my waist again. Like my waist is right here. Well, you can't see, but it's, yeah, parts of it. If I pull tight, it is to my waist. In fact, green onion. In fact, I was trying to make a hair appointment, and she is booked. I actually started in January. I finally got a hold of her because she's been out of town. She's booked until March 22nd.
Aww.
I know, so I can't get my hair done before.
Aww.
At least colored, but I'm thinking I'm going to go get it cut later on in the month because it just gets somewhere. Anybody that has long hair can probably get this, but you get it to where it starts to feel like your head is just a mop.
Me? Mine? Because I'm needing a haircut. I'm hating how long this is.
Yeah. I wished it was cut. I like it when it's cut. But this one, it just gets to where it no longer feels like hair. It just feels like a heavy mop on my head. And that's what it's starting to feel like. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to go get it trimmed. But the shortest I ever go is my shoulder. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Rickwood subscribed to Rita's and said she's been really enjoying her videos. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh.
Watch. Put all the sauce on this, and then it'll help soften it.
Mmm.
Inverted Benedict. Deconstructed Benedict.
Right. That'd be $22.50.
Right?
You know where we were? We were in, what's that? Fredericksburg. And remember we ate at that restaurant that was like underneath the store? Like you had to go like in a basement.
Oh, yeah.
And that was where we got, what was it that they deconstructed? It was so weird.
I don't remember now, but I remember they was like almost going to like a speakeasy.
Yeah. But it was like a egg, I'm thinking it was like Eggs Benedict or something, but deconstructed. So everything was like separated because that's supposed to be fancy. And I'm like,
and you paid more for it.
I paid more to have to put my food together.
Because the chef was lazy. Yeah.
Right? That's what it feels like.
That's why I'm kind of down a little bit about that hot pot thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I'm paying you to cook. I can stay home and cook.
Well,
I know, but it's the experience of hanging out with everybody. That's what we're really going for. And the one time we did go to test it out, the food is good. It is a good
you're
deal.
paying for all the meat, yeah. Okay. Renee said the urologist says likely hereditary.
Oh.
Because NP is also carnivore. Oh, the nurse practitioner is also carnivore. And when we talked, she was supportive and didn't see my way of eating as an issue, like many are quick to blame. Isn't that funny? How, like, we're coming up next week will actually be my 6-year anniversary of being keto. And it's like you get to that point where I remember where the doctors are like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that way. You know, you shouldn't have keto when something goes wrong. It must be keto. And now when I hear people that get sick or something, I'm like, you know, I bet if they were keto, it wouldn't be, at least wouldn't be as bad. And maybe it would be better. Maybe they wouldn't have even, you know, got the cold or the flu or something. Because I, you know, watch a variety of people. And one lady I was watching, she was like, oh, she's been like sick since December. And I'm like, yeah, I wonder. Just wonder, right?
Well, it's also, remember, like my neurologist. At first, he was kind of on the fence about it being keto. He was, I don't know if that's going to work. And then every time I do a checkup with him, he's like, keep that up. It's working. Because, in fact, a couple of people in the office have been talking to me about it, and they're adopting it also.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that one, y'all.
Yeah.
I think these were perfectly cooked today.
Oh, that's the method from now on. Start on the one and bring it over here. Huh?
Use 2 different devices.
No.
Right? Okay. Well. Renee said the little ones in the kidneys have likely been there for quite a while. I had some intermittent pains, the same when I was doing home health and went to an ER once, but never got referred because the pain was intense and it passed. And they said possibly appendix or gallbladder, but it was never further tested.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's what happened since it went away. You just had a kidney stone. Rita said, I know people like runny eggs, but I cannot eat runny eggs. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, except for Eggs Benedict, I like it. But, like, I'm not going to have too runny of an egg in most. I think that's why I like my eggs scrambled mostly. Because then I know it's all cooked well. But I think it's not so much the runny yolk. It's if the white is not fully cooked.
And also, I think my favorite is a sunny side up.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially on top of a burger or a steak.
Mm-hmm. But it's a nice change of pace. And I think because of everything else, that yolk kind of mixes more with the holidays, makes it really creamy. But yeah, you can definitely cook it further and not have it runny. That's the great thing about a poached egg. Renee said, love the satisfaction of cutting into the poached egg to see the jammy, oozy perfection. All right. Exactly. Brenda said, I'm sorry, what makes it a puffle?
Pork rind crumbs.
Mm-hmm.
So do your normal truffle recipe, but mix in the pork rind crumbs.
Yeah. And then that's, so it's pork rind, so that's why they call it a puffle. Mm-hmm. So just another way, like instead of the cauliflower, that's why we're doing this.
Because really, like I said, the other day when we made it with the cauliflower rice in it, it made it a little too soggy for me. But then we went the extreme on this one because it's crunchy.
Definitely crunchy.
I mean, now it is getting softer, and I'll flip that over and all the hollandaise directly.
Yeah, mine is too. The inside isn't as crispy as the outside. So once you kind of soften the outside there. Rickwood said, I had hair down to my waist in my 20s. I loved it, but it gave me headaches. I had to cut it back to my shoulders. It's long right now, down to my shoulders again.
I'm not trying to be sexist, but in that way, with most women, the older they get, the shorter it gets. Because they're just tired of messing with it.
Yeah, well, I know for my mom, her problem wasn't tired of messing with it. It was she started losing, I guess, the endurance or flexibility with their arms, so it was hard for her to wash it all like this. It's hard for her to keep her arms up above like this. She did something one time and messed a shoulder up, so she can't really pull her arm up for too long. So that's what she said why she didn't like it. She keeps hers now it's really long, but that's another story. But she was keeping it just above her shoulders, or sometimes she would go really short. But it was mostly because she didn't have the dexterity. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. Dexterity to wash it when it was that long, and to then, hair dry and stuff. I never hair dry my hair. I just let it naturally dry. But she would have to hair dry her hair, and it was just too much for her.
It's just wild. Some bites are really spicy, some aren't.
Right? And some people just enjoy short hair forever.
I just know, most of the women I know, most women I see too, the older they get, the shorter their hair gets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do y'all think? Is that true? When I'm 80, am I going to change and say, I want it all cut off? I know my great-grandmother, she's very religious, and so she never cut her hair because her hair, there's a verse where her hair was her glory. And so she never cut it like that. She always kept it long. And, but I forget, I feel like, isn't that Pentecostal who does that? But I can't remember she was. It was my great-grandmother. And, by the time I was born, then I'd only met her once.
By the time you were born, you only met her once?
Well, I mean, by the time she was, by the time I was born, I only got to see her once in my lifetime because I was kind of the youngest. Renee said, almost everyone in the therapy department has been out the past month or so with flu, pneumonia, RSV, etc. I've been with them and sick patients, no issues for me, and even have asthma. Wow.
It sounds silly, but I think really it is. Keto is a cure-all for all.
Well,
it's getting close to be. It sure is not hindering anything.
Well, I don't want to say cure.
No, well.
But it's you still have MS, so it's not the cure-all.
But it is helping keep it at bay, though.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. But I do think keto helps. I think anytime you avoid inflammatory products, basically, to me, I think it does help your body so that instead of the body having to fight the infections or the inflammation going on, then when you get a virus or bacteria gets in you, your body can get rid of it quick, and sometimes so well, because it's got all the nutrition that we keep feeding our bodies, that it can fight it off real quick, and you might not ever even know. Well, or it might be something small, like I had a headache last night. Maybe it is from my hair, though. And so maybe it was something like that. My body just getting rid of whatever, because it does seem like everybody's sick. Like
that time of year.
Yeah.
What do they say, too, though? It's that time of year. It's a candy and sweet holiday followed by another one, like 6 or 7 of them in a row.
Right. All the candy.
And all the liquor.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I've been noticing, because I do watch a few people who are like, okay, like there's kind of like this outspokenness against so much consumerism. Because it's like you're bombarded. Like I remember when Facebook, I wouldn't even see ads, and now sometimes I scroll and all I get are ads.
And if mine popped up the other day, said sponsored. HungryHeath is sponsored now.
But you want to scrape the rest of this on yours?
No, I'm good.
But it's got all that sauce.
I know, but it's mostly all the meat left.
Yeah.
I'm good, though. I have to get full.
But I've been noticing, because, yeah, we had all of the holidays before the end of the year. And then, well, you got to get all the candy and treats for New Year's Day. Well, then you need candy and treats for Valentine's.
Right.
Right. And then nowadays people do these things like Galentine's and different, where they're giving gifts to like basically everybody. And it's a lot of sugar. Like everything's sugar.
Well, then also even at the doctor's office, almost every single one of them has a candy bowl. I mean, even at the dentist they do.
Right. I'm saying, like, if you want to add this to yours.
Give me a second, I will. I have some leftovers in the fridge. I'm going to add that to it, and I'll have it with my lunch tomorrow.
Would have been good is some coffee with this, but oh well.
You told me I could have started these, so we'd probably be ready by now with fully dripped.
Right.
We got the Keurig behind you. You don't even use it anymore, do you? You don't need a Keurig, you have a Heath.
No.
The only time we bust it out is when we have company.
Right. And I also have in my office, I have the Nespresso. So usually if I'm wanting like a good cup, then that's what I'll do, is just have an espresso. But yeah, I'm kind of done with the Keurig. Renee said, Shelly, seeing your Warden Report creamy scramble, I had to make one myself the other night. Ooh, made mine Philly cheesesteak style.
Ooh, that's smart.
Surprise, huh? I mean, I would have never guessed you would have done it that way. Wow. Why didn't you share pictures? That sounds amazing.
Okay. That's another beef I got to go on to.
That beef is not the right word.
Okay, I'm perplexed. For a while there, a bunch of y'all were posting your pictures of your food in the group. And it was, I don't want to sound ungrateful, because sometimes it even became a little overwhelming to get everybody in. Like we ran out of room. But now there's hardly anybody. We're having to do it one every 2 or 3 weeks, putting them all together.
Well, I mean,
I know everybody's been busy, but
yeah, and I think this past week has obviously been a shit show for everybody.
That's true.
But I feel like just this year alone, there's been a lot going on. So I don't fault anyone.
I'm not either faulting. I'm just, like I said, perplexed.
Well, I'm sure it's that. You're just like Renee had all that stuff going on.
That's true.
And she was just like, those eggs look good. I'm going to do my spin on it, and just wanted to devour it because they are so good.
All right.
Rickwood said, I have also had super short hair in the days when I would dye it all sorts of colors.
Nice.
Purple hair was my fave. Oh, Rickwood, do you have any pictures? I'd love to see a picture of you with purple hair. That's awesome. Brenda said, yes, strict Baptist also. Okay, so that makes sense that she was Baptist, because I think my grandmother was Baptist, and I know my mom and father. Well, my father was grown Catholic, but they decided to be grown Catholic.
Not raised, but grown.
Yeah, he was grown. Anyways, and then so they decided, because my mom was like, I'm not going to convert to Catholicism, and so they shopped around. And then they decided to do Southern Baptist. So that's why I'm like, I think they were Baptist. I don't think she was Pentecostal. I kind of feel like she was probably Baptist. Renee said, I got to tell you about my coffee whisk Shelly told me about years ago. I bought an Amazon lifetime warranty. The metal wand fell out last week. I contacted the company Zule. Oh, yeah. They wanted to pick my order number. Didn't matter. Not purchased from them directly. Picking my broken whisk. Originally $20. I actually got it on sale. Asked to pay only $6 to ship me a brand new replacement. So easy. Wow, that's awesome. I think I had to deal with them once. And yeah, I love when a company stands behind their product. You know, when they're like, you know what, if something happens, we're going to replace it. Because to me, if I know a company is like that and they have good customer service like Renee got, I want to then only get the item from them. You know, it's like, well, I could get it from, you know, Aldi when they have their thing, or I know this company is going to give me a good, you know, if something happens to it in 2 years, then I know that they'll replace it. I don't know what Aldi's warranty is on their stuff. Brenda S said, I'm having a Coco Loco. Ooh.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? Brenda S said, I never remembered to take a picture. Right, and I think that's true. If you're not used to doing that, you know, not everybody takes pictures of their food, so it's hard to always remember. Renee said, sorry, I've been way off taking pics of food because by the time I sit to eat, I'm so tired. I just eat and decompress. I'll try to do better.
No, you're fine. It's a Heath thing, not a Renee thing. You're okay.
No, and I totally get that, because there are honestly, full disclosure here, there's been times we are supposed to film, and Heath will be like, every time, you know, we cook a new recipe, we need to be filming, we need to film all the time. And there are days after working, and I'm just like, I just don't feel like it.
I don't have the energy.
I'm like, let's just do the recipe, and another time we'll make it again, right? And we'll just do it then. I just don't feel like setting it all up, recording and everything else. Like, I just want to decompress. I want to sit on the couch, watch X-Files, because that's going to take us 10 years, and just enjoy zoning out, basically. That's what I call it. But
Vegging
yeah.
Out.
Huh?
Vegging out.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you do it a little different when you record. You kind of edit as you go, too.
Yeah.
Mine always run a little extra, and so I have a little more on the back end to do. And you're like, I'm not about that. I don't want to do that at all.
Mm-hmm. I film in such a way, you probably noticed this with the Warden Report. You're probably like, oh, but I film to where I don't have to edit. or I rarely have to edit. Like if I have to edit, I can edit it on my phone before I add it into the program that we use.
That's also why I really like doing the lives. There's no editing to that.
But I am not the best at it's like, sit there and edit. I just the time. Do you feel like putting some water, like running water in that and pouring it out and running again so it doesn't stick? Barely begun said most of my food seems so plain. Feels silly putting a pickup. I don't think so.
Your stuff is actually inspiring.
I think what it is, and again, don't feel like we're pressuring you. It's fine. Y'all post all kinds of stuff.
I'm sorry.
Y'all post all kinds of stuff in our Facebook group, and we love that. We love when y'all are interacting in our actual chat room. That's really cool. But I get that. But I think sometimes we forget because you eat the same things so often, and you're like, who cares about this? But there has seriously been times where somebody has posted something. They'll be like, well, I'm just having this. And I'm like, that looks good. Okay, that's what I'm going to have.
Right.
Because
that's what I'm saying. That's where we get inspiration.
Y'all have no idea how many times I am like, oh, what do I want today? What do I want to have for lunch today? And I'll just sit there like so frustrated because I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat. And then if somebody posts a picture, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to make. I'll make that.
A lot of times we'll have like an hour or two discussion about, and the whole thing is all of what she doesn't want.
Yes. Yeah. If we decide at the last minute we're going to go out to eat, then it's exactly the reels you see.
Yeah.
Where I go, I don't know. And then 2 hours later, literally every single time, it's 2 hours later, and we're like, okay, I guess we'll have that.
And I tried talking to her about it in the mornings, and it's too early for me to think about it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
That's the time to think about it, though.
This is the thing, too. This is the difference between, I got it on my shirt here.
Oh.
I have to wash this.
Oh, man. I'm so full, y'all.
This is the difference between an early bird and a night owl. Because Heath wakes up at like 5:30 and he's ready to go. Me, like, especially at work, me waking up at about 7:30, I don't.
So you don't autopilot until about noon.
Not exactly that late. Usually by 10, I can start having conversations. But it's like so hard when, like I'm up, I'm trying to just get ready for work. And he'll be like, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, I don't think right now. And he'll be like, I was thinking, why don't we go out to eat to Saltgrass tonight? And I'm like, I can't even comprehend food right now. That's why I don't like breakfast, because I'm just like, it's just too early. My body's just not on yet. But then at night, I'll be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then you're ready to go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Or you will fall asleep and I'll be like, okay, I guess that's what it is. And you'll be, huh, what? Barely Begun said, also, I've eaten like 12 spaghetti squash lately.
Nice.
And one pick is the same as another, right? Ooh, how have you been what have you been using it for? That sounds really good. And Toy Q Cat said that, yes, she eats the same things all the time. And it's all easy, super stuff anyway. You would not want to see any pictures from my food, trust me. Well, now I want to. Since you said I wouldn't. Huh?
Bet.
Right, that's what the kids say now. Bet. So share next time, 22 Cat, even if it is just a simple, easy, same old stuff. I want to see what it is. Right? I know.
Was it?
Coda said, it's Renee asked how he was doing.
All
He
right.
said it's a hard world right now, but we persist.
We're pulling for you, bro. My condolences with you.
And Renee said hugs.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Just know we're pulling for you at least, please.
Well, do y'all have anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to vent? Anything else you want to complain about? You can even complain about us if you want to. That's fine. Anything else going on? For us, we finally finished season 2 of X-Files. And this is what reminded me of old style TV, right? Because you don't really see that. It's not prominent like it was. But at the end of season 2, of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, which I know is usual.
She's having trouble sitting down. Look, watch her. Watch.
Oh, I can't see.
Oh, no, she's going to look over.
Well, I can't look over.
Now she's not going. She's going to walk over here because she saw. Like, I noticed her crouching like she was fixing to sit, but then she's very hesitant to do it.
Well, yeah, because she hurt her back leg.
When did you do that?
Years ago?
Oh, yeah. But I know, but I've never seen her start doing it here recently, though.
No, she's been doing it.
Sorry,
even,
baby.
when she has trouble getting, on the couch.
Well, that's true.
Move that big orange cup. Oh, that big orange cup. Look, see, it's. Thank you, Renee. But yeah, so we've been watching. So it ended on a cliffhanger, and I know that's usual, but at the end it says to be continued. ... You don't see those nowadays. Then when we start season 3, we're like, okay, so I'm used to, okay, it's going to end, but we should have a resolution, episode 1. No, it wasn't until episode 3 before it was finally resolved.
Yeah,
I was like,
to be continued 3 more times.
I know. I was like, this is the longest to be continued ever.
Right.
And I've read that some of the issues is they said their weekly monster of the week are really riveting, but they're ones like that one where they call it arcing.
Mm-hmm.
They said they're not as good.
Huh.
And I would have to say, I didn't feel like how season 1 ended or season 2 ended.
Season 2 is still watching season 2.
No, we're on season 3.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Because remember, it ended with Mulder. Remember, didn't know if he was alive or not. And then season 3 came back, and I was like, yeah, that seemed a little like it was a little too slow. Like, again, they could have wrapped that up sooner.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. But that's what we're on, and I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying the X-Files?
Yeah, but every once in a while I want to break, but then no.
Tweet to Cute Cat said, "You'll be sorry. I'll post 7 burgers that look exactly the same. Ha ha ha. I wouldn't be sorry."
But see, I've fallen into that trap too, thinking the same way. So what I started doing is changing my plate, spinning it around so that it looks a little different. Because y'all know I eat the same breakfast almost every morning.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll change it up.
Renee said, "I've been watching The Pit on Max. So good.
I've been hearing about that.
I've heard nothing but good things about it."
We want to watch it too, but I'm a completist. And I'm also, what you call that? What's the word?
Anxiety?
No, not anxiety.
ADHD?
Yeah, that. I hate waiting week to week. So I'm going to wait till the whole thing's done. Then we'll come back and watch it.
Right. That's why we're just now watching shows from 1994 on.
Right.
We'll get to it eventually. We're in the year 2025. Well, I mean, wait, when we get caught up to the 2000s,
We're going back to being a completist. I've been seeing ads on Facebook about it, that they have a new X-Files season 12 coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't start. It's like, to me, I can't open a book and start reading chapter 6 and just start from there. So that's why if I'm going to start a show, I want to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why I say that in my mind, that's why it makes me a completist. I want to watch all of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. But see, to me, like, remember when we were watching, what was that one? Every season is a totally different thing. Mm-hmm. What did you do?
I just tried to stretch my leg and it really, really hurt.
Uh-oh. What was it? First Detective? What was that show?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember because the new ones came out on there.
No, it was like the season 2 and 3 we heard weren't that good.
Right.
We watched season 1, which had, who was it? Brad Pitt and
All right.
Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah.
right? And that was True Detective.
Yes.
Like, I heard season 1 was great. We watched it, but then I heard season 2 and 3 sucked. You still wanted to watch it, but I'm like, but they don't, like, it doesn't cross over.
Yeah.
So even though it has the same name, it's not the same.
It's a standalone.
And we tried starting it, and then finally I convinced you, and you were like, okay, we'll just skip to season 4.
I don't even think we haven't finished that either.
Yeah, we did. That was the one with Jodie Foster. Remember, in Alaska?
Because I thought there's still some sitting there that we haven't watched yet.
Well, that's probably 2 or 3 because you probably didn't delete them. Cody said, oh, I really just eat them plain with butter and salt and pepper. I put spaghetti sauce once, which was okay, but prefer plain. I'll get tired of it eventually. So is that, because that's like me, Coda. Like, I will really like something until I don't. Is that how you are with spaghetti squash? Like, it's really good until you're done with it, right? Like I am with cottage cheese. I'm like, I think I'm done with cottage cheese.
It's almost like overexposure or something.
Yeah, I think I just get bored. Renee said, I do that too. I go balls to the walls on one certain food or meal, then I'm over it. But I love simple, thoughtless stuff weeknights. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's how I do it too. Balls to the wall. I'll be like, cottage cheese for life. And then, no, I'm done.
Maybe another life.
Right. That life's I'm done with. Kendra's here. Hey,
Hey.
Kendra. She said, hello, all. How are you doing? Renee said, friends, what is a good cat repellent? Been using cayenne and a couple orange peels, but neighbor feeds tons of strays. Wow, so many, and they just had kittens. Hounds almost got one of the cats. They keep coming. Now one of my friends, she hated cats. She was not a cat person at all. And so she planted, I think it was rosemary. And the rosemary bushes, I think, and that's supposed to repel them.
It's a cat repellent, huh? Right.
Yeah, they don't like something about it. I think I've heard. I think it was rosemary. I feel like that's something Rickwin would know. But yeah, but she still had a couple that were a little persistent, but that's what she would do. And I think just kind of going out there, and she would, anytime she saw a cat, she would go out there with a spray bottle. Renee said they keep crawling under the privacy fence, which I need to just block, or they go under the house and car. Oh,
that's scary.
Right. Oh, poor things. Oh, thank you. Brenda F. reminded, she says, I'm loving Matlock. We saw the first episode. Kathy Bates is amazing.
Yes.
Great writers.
I forgot all about that. I have to start looking that up. We'll take a break every once in a while.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to break off and watch in between. That was, the first episode was really good.
Yes.
So now we got to get caught up. Thank you for reminding us. Twitch Cat said, seems like I've heard something about coffee grounds working. Oh, but I don't have any personal experience with it. Oh, coffee grounds. Oh, maybe that. I mean, I already saved my coffee grounds because I heard they're good at repelling mosquitoes.
Nice.
And then Renee said, yeah, I keep forgetting to try that also. So that, I mean, just what I do is I just get like a cup, like a tumbler, or not a dish, a plastic toss dish. And every day when he goes to make my new coffee, he dumps the old grounds into that. And then I just stir it up so that it doesn't get moldy or anything. And then he just, we do that. And when that dish gets full, then I go and kind of start putting it around the house or the outside around the property, hoping that'll shoo off mosquitoes.
I think it has been. But then again, I don't go outside that often enough, I guess.
Right?
We go out once, maybe twice a week.
Brenda said, I also add garlic powder and parm to my spaghetti squash. Ooh.
I've been seeing lots of reels here recently. There's been people making different versions of it. spaghetti squash too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got a new way I want to cook it too.
She said, I paid 89 cents a pound. Is that good? Yeah, that's a good price. I know, like right now, Aldi has it for 99 cents, but when they put it down to 89, they advertise that as the sale. So I think that's good. That sounds good. Garlic and parm. Now I want spaghetti squash. Rick
I
would
want to make it Sunday night, I guess.
Rickwood said lavender, rosemary, lemon, thyme are plants cats don't like. Okay,
Nice.
so it was the rosemary. And rosemary is just really good to have, especially if you're going to put it around your property. And I can tell you more about that later, Renee. But rosemary is really nice. And I freaking love rosemary. And like my little rosemary bush, she's doing good, y'all. Terry gave it to me, so I followed her instructions. After the freeze, I added the food pellets and watered her. And this week we've been in the 80s, so she's just been loving the sun out there. So I go out there, keep talking to her, and she's getting the sun, getting her water, and she's doing really well. And I just love going out there just smelling. I'm like, oh, you smell so good. And then every once in a while, I'll, prune her. And then I'm like, ooh, now I have some fresh rosemary to put on my eggs.
Nice.
Renee, but of course, I also love lavender. And I've thought about getting lavender before. And I thought that'd be pretty to put out front. But I'm scared. I'm just not good with plants. So I'm like, if I get a lavender plant, it'll probably just end up dead. Because that's usually what happens.
What do they call it? Yours, a plant hospice?
I mean, I have to have somebody get the plant started for me. Like I can't, when I bought a lavender plant before, like at Home Depot or Lowe's, I guess you can't actually keep it that way. Like you have to put it in something else. So I need somebody to do that step for me, and maybe I can keep it alive. But in the front there where I have those two pots, I've always thought it'd be beautiful to put lavender in those pots.
Okay.
And then just have that, right out front of the house and smell and look beautiful. I love lavender, y'all. Just love it. Okay. Probably the French in me. Renee said, I just don't want to hurt them, but deter them out of my yard. Right. You don't want to do anything. So if you put something like those bushes up, the rosemary, the lavender, and so forth, then they would come, like if you put it to where it's the outside of your property line, the furthest part, then when they're trying to come, they'll smell it. And just, they'll be like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to cross over there. I'm going to stay over here where the food is free and the smelling is good.
It's almost like she needs a neighbor repellent.
Renee said, Jolly cornered one. And I was more afraid of the dang thing hurting him if the cat swatted. Yeah, exactly.
Especially if they're just like strays or whatever. You don't know what they're carrying.
Right.
That's
true.
That
would be the scary part because you don't know.
There's more bill for you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And plus with their skin, a greyhound's skin being so tender, like the cat wouldn't even have to put its claws out probably, Now somebody like Sam, with him being chunky and double coated and everything, they probably
bring it on.
Yeah, he probably would be. Rickwood said there are also commercial cat repellents.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense. Renee said he got injured by a shop cat a few years ago at a garden place.
Aw.
Poor baby. That's why I was cornering that cat. He was like, I remember you. Coda said he's paid twice that for his squash. Wow. 22 Cat said that rosemary plant of yours is still alive and well. What's that? Good job. Thank you. Well, I'll put it on the warden report so y'all can see the update. I'll film her out there in the glory of the day so you can see how she's doing.
Right.
But I actually have an early morning tomorrow because
you got some stuff going on.
Heath, for Valentine's Day, is giving me a massage. Well, he's not. he's paying for me to get a massage.
Mm-hmm.
So I have actually a massage therapist, and they do house calls. So they're going to come to my house tomorrow and give me a massage. I'm kind of nervous, y'all.
Right?
Like, I guess they bring their own table.
It's wild too, y'all, because he's going to show up right about the time I'm going to lunch.
I know, that's funny. But yeah, I'm kind of nervous
That is
about it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna get a massage tomorrow. So I hope he's highly recommended. But I, from working on a computer, like my shoulders and the back of my neck, like all the time, it's tense. So I'm hoping he can just work that out, and I'll be brand new. So I'm going to have a busy morning, but maybe in the afternoon, then I could go and film my Dew of the Sea. That's what Rosemary was originally called, Dew of the Sea.
Nice.
Because she looked like seaweed.
All right. I can see that.
But yeah, so I'll get her filmed, and then I can talk about my massage and how it went, y'all. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I mean, I used to get massages all the time, but I always went somewhere. So I'm kind of nervous that they're coming to the house. But then it's also been a few years since I had a really good massage. So I'm excited. Hopefully.
It'll make you feel better. Right?
Oh, yeah, me too.
Will you have my evening bills, please?
Oh, sure. Rickwood said, George, my feral kitty who lives at my mother's house, has decided my dogs are funny-looking cats. He walks right up to them, bumps noses with them. Basil doesn't like him, but doesn't bark at him. Wow. Well, that's good. Now, this is what I've heard. And tell me if anybody else has heard this too, but I've heard that dogs understand we're not dogs, and that other things are not dogs. But I heard that cats assume we are a cat. Like, they think other things are cats.
Huh.
And that's why they think we're a cat too. So we're actually more like their kitten. Because that's why, they have to always take care of us and meet on us and everything. Anybody else heard that?
No.
Renee said, I had the craving for berries this week, so bought a container of bloobs, strawberries, raspberries, and a few chunks of kiwi. So sweet, but it was yummy.
Kiwi sounds good.
Wow. That sounds good. Well,
the last time we had kiwi, honestly.
I don't remember.
Maybe on a cruise.
I don't know. Well, I wouldn't have. But that does sound good. I mean, we've been loving it. Heath actually is playing with the recipe. It's going to be like a road trip snack. Because you got to have snacks on a road trip, right, y'all? But it's a road trip snack, and he's working on it, and it does use berries, right?
Yeah.
And so he did a strawberry one.
It's almost like I'm calling it my road trip, what do you call it? Like a trail mix, kind of like.
It's really good, though. I like, because I think you were mad because I finished eating it.
Surprise! It's gone. I went in here to get some today, and she finished it.
Well, after I had my lunch, I was like, oh, I really need, like, I made my lunch too spicy today.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I need something to cool it down.
I'm trying to decide if we're going to do a video on it or just do a short.
I don't know.
I think it would play well with a short.
Yeah, it probably would be a short. Here's a great keto road trip snack.
Mm-hmm.
22 Cat said, massage at your house. How great is that? That's wonderful. I know. I'm really excited. Like when I contacted, I'm Facebook friends with him, and I contacted him, and I was like, oh, do you have like a little office space you rent or something? Or, do I go to your house? I've gone to another massage therapist. I went to her house a few times, and he's like, no, I come to your house, and his rates are really good. It's $70 an hour.
Did he say he's got to drive like an hour to get here, though, or something?
Well, I know he's in a loop.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Sunday shouldn't be that bad.
Saturday.
That's true. Saturday. Well, it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. But I was just like, okay. And yeah, so $70 an hour, that's pretty cheap. And he comes to my house, so I don't even have to leave. But then I was starting to think, I'm like, Oh, how does that work? Like, I guess he's bringing his own table, and then like do I wear clothes then, or is he going to go into another room? Because anytime I've gotten a massage at a facility, like, they bring you in the room and then they talk to you a couple minutes and then they say, okay, go get in the bed, and then they leave the room, and so you undress and then you slip in under the covers. But
another thing I just thought about just now, what do you do with the dogs?
Oh, I'm going to put them in the bedroom. Right. But I'm like, well, how do I do that? Like, I guess I could change it, put a robe, and then I don't know.
One, or you have to wear mine?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember if you have a robe.
I don't know, because I never wear robe. I don't know. I don't know what to do, y'all.
Shoot, mine. If you wear mine, it'll probably hang down to your feet.
Yeah,
it'll be dragging on the ground probably.
Renee said, "Where is Sean and Michelle tonight? They're probably at a concert,
right?"
But hi, Sharon and Michelle, if you're watching this.
Well, I don't know if it could afford a concert. You saw what he spent on eggs earlier. See that picture he posted in the group?
Oh, no, I missed it.
In the group chat.
Oh.
He had posted 2 of them. Was that yesterday or today? Let him look at them. It's pretty funny, too.
I don't think I saw anything today, but let me see. Man. Oh, the ring.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Okay. Renee said it was a 25% off container at HEB. Oh, nice. Wow. And I figured the checks of kiwi weren't even a full kiwi. So eating over several days should be all right. Yeah. And it's an actual fruit. It's not like you're eating a donut. So I don't see any problem with it. Rickwood said use freeze-dried berries for road trip snacks.
Well, I don't have a freeze dryer, but I do have a dehydrator. So I've already done a small batch of strawberry. Mm-hmm. And decided I let them go a little too long. So we're going to do another batch. But they were sweet too, though.
Oh, Sean was in Cindy's. He's probably busy. Renee said $70 an hour is very cheap, right? Yes, they bring their own table. Okay. Oh, yeah. I used to have one and did for friends. He should have sheets and towels of his own, but you could just wear boy shorts or shorty shorts. Okay. But what about my top?
All right.
Yeah, I take
my shirts, maybe.
I take it all off, but okay, we'll see. Oh, okay. So he will bring a table and sheets and all. Okay. Oh, and towels so he can. Well, when you did it, Renee, did you go to people's houses or did you work at a facility? Caden said, I had tried to make your scrambled eggs. My husband watched me and seemed very put off. He said they looked raw. That's what Heath says, but they aren't. They're cooked. It's just very creamy because, well, it's kind of like, the yolk, it's the fat, and the fat just kind of cooks. And then with the cheese, it makes it more of like a cream sauce. But yeah, that's what Heath says too. He's like, that looks raw.
Well, my favorite too is I like making what I call dirty eggs.
Yeah.
I'll fry up some sausage or bacon in the skillet first, leave all that grease in there, and then pour my eggs into it and then scramble them that way. That's my favorite. Yeah,
22 Cat said, I agree. $70 for a full hour massage is a fantastic price. Enjoy.
And it's even better because it comes to you.
I know. I'm excited because at first or do you want to tell it? Okay. First, Heath was like, okay, I decide what I'm going to get you for Valentine's. He's like, how about we get a couple's massage? And I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I got to thinking, I was like, but he hates people touching him. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so why all the interest? So then I asked him, I was like, I thought you didn't like a massage. Like, is there a reason have you changed your mind? Do you think it's going to help with your MS? And
no, I was like, no, you deserve it.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, I was just doing that for you. I thought you wanted me there. And I'm like, no, it's better.
No, I don't want you there. Like she tells me every time I get VTO at work, no, you can't take off. I don't want you to come home and hang out with me.
No, I said, do you have the time available?
Yes.
No.
They said right there, VTO.
That's
It's
not
volunteer.
paid. It's not paid.
Right. But that's
It's
how I have the time.
No, but it's unpaid.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so I was like,
Heath. Money Heath.
It's a little closer than that. Closer. Yeah, that's probably about right. So I was like, what do you don't really want the massage? And he's like, no, I thought you wanted me to be there. And I was like, no, I've gotten massages by myself forever. I don't need you to be there getting a massage, especially if I know you're not enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then how am I going to enjoy my massage when I know you're over there not enjoying yours? And so then he was like, oh, so you don't want me to do it? Like, you were like relieved.
Because the only thing I really wanted to do when we left the massage parlor was getting our nails done.
Which we could
still do
that. So, yes. So he was like, well, then why don't you just get you like a 2-hour massage then?
Instead of paying for me for one, you pay you for you too.
Yeah. So, and then I contacted that guy, and here he is. Brenda F said, I'm sure he'll go in bathroom while you unrobe. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go,
I gotta go to the car real quick.
Or I was thinking he would say, since it's 2 hours, he would want to use the restroom and everything, and he'll go use the restroom, and then by that time I can unrobe. Okay. Renee said, if you're comfy naked, then that's even better because can access all skin. We learn how to properly drape for privacy. Don't skip the butt massage. So good for your back and legs to do glutes. The butt is my favorite part.
After dark.
I used to have, like this was before Heath. I used to have a membership to like Massage Heights. And so I would go at least twice a month and get a massage. Like, how bougie was I? And well, at first I also had my mom going. So, sometimes she paid. But anyways, and I loved it. Now, not all therapists will do it though. Some therapists are like, nope, I don't do the glutes. And that's always sad. But yeah, especially when they like really get in with their elbow and they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, get in there, tear it up. And
it reminded me of that Fortune Finster talking about when she got one, her and her wife when he got one.
Uh-huh.
No, I can't remember the whole bit. We'll have to pull it up later and listen to it. It's hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure it is. She's hilarious. But yeah, when they would do that, and I mean, I always kept my like panties on, but everything else is off. So I did that just because I was just like, I don't know, I mostly had men that were the massage therapists just because, men, they just have their big hands and they can like, oh, my favorite massage therapist. I've never seen a man with hands that big. Like they were gigantic. And it was just like, he could really get in there, especially my shoulders. Oh my gosh. And the only thing is I did have a time where I had a few women that would be my massage therapist, but a lot of them, they would have nails and I would still feel their nail when they were really trying to get into a deep massage. And then I was like, oh, I don't like the nail. So, I'm so excited. He messaged me earlier and he was like, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So excited. I'm like, yay, me too.
Wow.
Renee said deep massage can be very bad for MS. Oh, had a nurse massage one of my MS patients' sore legs and we were set back for days.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Oh my gosh. I wonder, what do you think it is? It relaxes the nerves too much? Brenda S. said, reminds me of a Carol Burnett skit. Arnold Schwarzenegger came to give her a massage. Too funny. Oh my gosh. We'll have to look it up. Yeah. Carol Burnett is a hoot. even when we, sometimes you'll get reels with her.
I love when
Like,
she does interviews.
Yeah, when she's doing interviews, and it's the most hilarious thing. Renee said, mine too, right? Kate said, laugh aloud. The butt is my favorite part. It just feels so good when you get a good massage therapist that can properly massage your glutes. You're like, it's just a whole different thing. Like, just concentrate there, please. But then I've had massage therapists before that are just like, I'm like, slap it, make it like, get it hard there. Don't be this little light little massage. Like, hit it.
Ow.
Well, I didn't want me to be massaging you and making it worse. Renee said, I hate when they try to do my stomach. Oh yeah, I don't like the stomach. Like, don't well, I guess here, yeah, I don't want you to do this part either. But basically the midsection in the front, don't do that. But my back, all over my back and my arms and my feet. And then the most important thing is always my neck and shoulders. Because I do know I tense up. I do this a lot.
Like, even that time I went to the chiropractor, I didn't like them touching me.
Oh, no, you didn't.
It was just,
you usually would skip that part a lot of times.
All, stranger danger.
And you didn't like, he hates lotion and oils.
It's gross.
Yeah.
So I hate it when we do go get our nails done. They put it on my feet. And I hate when they do it without even asking me. So I'm like half asleep laying there, and next thing I know, I'm getting all oiled up. I was like, no. This feels gross. I feel like I stepped in something I'm not supposed to.
But yeah, he hates lotion and all of that. So, like, the one time I convinced him to get a couples massage, he was just like, oh, they put all that stuff. I got to take a shower now.
Because then you wanted to leave from there and go shopping or go out to eat or go do something else. I'm like, no, I got to get home and get cleaned up. I feel icky.
And I feel so good. I'm like, ooh, I feel rehydrated. Okay. She said, where they do my stomach, yeah, that's an absolute no. Or the petrissage, the slapping, like you mean when they're doing like, is it like that? Oh, I love that. Go deep or go away. If I wanted slapping, I get that at work. Sometimes I don't like, I've had some that go too deep and that kind of bothers me. Like, oh, that's too hard. Like, I need a warm up. Like, you need to warm up. So sometimes they'll slapping, like when they're doing that at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, warm up that skin. Let it know what's about to happen. Wow. But don't just come right in there like, ugh. And I'm like, okay. Renee said, oh, that's a big no-no for massage therapists to have nails. I use my forearm and elbow a lot. Yeah, see, I like that. I love when they just get their elbow in there. Oh, that feels really good. Renee said, MS folks get delayed onset muscle soreness way easier and inflame easy and longer. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look that up. I can understand it more. Coda said, if you need a movie to watch, check out Enough Said. Involves a masseuse who goes to homes. Oh, is it a horror movie?
Well, you know what we'll do then?
Coda.
Watch it on Sunday. We're not watching it tonight.
Enough Said. Well, no, we're not going to watch it tonight. No, now they're smiling. Wait, don't we know him?
Oh, wow. It looks like my cousin.
James Gandolfini.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah. Oh, Tony Collette's in it. Wow. Oh, okay. So it's not okay. I was scared it was like a horror movie, but it looks like it's not. It's like a comedy.
Wait, pull up that one picture. Okay.
Which one?
The very first one you pulled in was searching for it. There was a picture right about that one right there. He kind of looks like my cousin.
Like Steven?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Okay. That it does look cute, Coda. So yeah, I could do that.
Maybe Sunday.
Yeah. Renee said, I love my pecs massage just above and a little into the top of the boob, especially when you work at a desk and our posture can suck and stress. Oh, yeah. I know that's exactly what it is. And that's why I used to get them all the time. Well, twice a month, sometimes more. Because, working in an office building, I would do, this a lot, or I would do this because I like to raise my shoulders and I don't even know I'm doing it until like hours later. And I'm like, why is this aching? And I'm like, oh, because that's not normal. But it would feel so good to get a massage. Well, different types of massages. Sometimes it did feel good to get the light massage.
Wow, okay.
The Swedish. And then sometimes I have gone and gotten a Thai massage. But then I feel a Thai massage is almost like violent. They get up and walk on you and everything. I was like, oh, this is a bit much.
Wow, that sounds just crazy.
And then when we were in San Francisco with my mom, we went into Chinatown and got a massage there. Wow. But there, they say, no, do not disrobe. You wear your clothes. I was like, this is weird. Okay. Being fully clothed, getting a massage just seems weird to me. But I know like some people are like, oh no, I could never do that.
Right.
But that was weird to me. But it was fun, getting a massage in Chinatown. That was fun. All right. Any other thoughts? What's going on with you?
I'm fading. I'm sorry. I'm getting real tired, and I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
We still got to clean up the kitchen too.
Even if you have VTO,
I know. I'm not allowed to use
it. Well, let's put it this way: we're going on a road trip. Don't you want to get more cheese?
Yeah.
Well, if you take time off all the time, then we won't be able to get all that cheese.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, I was so glad I talked to my coworkers today.
That's awesome.
I'm going to say this. If you have any last thoughts, comments, complaints, anything, put it in the chat now. Otherwise, when I finish this story, we'll call it, the end of the live. But anyways, so we are staying overnight in Springfield, Missouri. And I had asked Lincoln before, and she was like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, well, Springfield.
It's your world, you tell me.
Well, the thing is, the population's only 170,000. Like, that's so small for a city. That's what, when she's like, oh, Springfield's so big. And I'm like, 170,000. Are you really a city at that point? We have more of that
here in Spring, don't we?
No, Spring, I looked up, Spring has 63,000. So I bet if you included Spring, the Woodlands, and Tomball is the same population as Springfield. So just that little circle right there. But anyways, so I was like, okay, I found a Candlewood Suites, accepts dogs, all that stuff. And it's on the very north of Springfield. And when I looked on the map, there's like a Holiday Inn across the street. There's several little restaurants around there, and it's right on the highway. I said, that should be good. Well, today I was talking to my coworkers, and I was like, they were asking, where are you coming? And I'm like, oh, and I'm going to be staying here. And they were like, ooh, you're staying where? And I was like, the north side. Ooh, well, she goes, I mean, it's up to you. But, if you're up there, that's kind of known. We have a big kind of meth problem here. So a lot of the meth people, and she's like at one point when I was growing up, we were so poor, we lived on the north side. And she was like, so, now we're not in there anymore. And I was like, okay, well, I only like to stay at IHG property. So where would be, and they were trying to look, and I said, well, there's another one, and it's way on the south side by the restaurant we picked out for that night. And they were like, oh yeah, definitely the south side. They were like, that's a much better area. It's kind of a ritzy part of town, like a hipster area. And they were like, so that's way better. And I'm like, well, wait, let me see what the distance is. And it was only like an 8-minute drive distance. And I was like, okay, I think we can we could take 8 minutes and go to a safer place. And so I changed it, canceled the other hotel, and now changed to the other location.
You said also you got a reduction in price too, right?
Yeah, I ended
that's a
up
win-win.
saving. The pet fee is, even though they're both Candlewood properties, the one on the south side only had a lesser pet fee. Instead of it being a flat $75, they do $25 per dog, and it ended up also being cheaper for the room. So saved almost $50 by switching to that hotel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Safer
excited.
and cheaper.
Right. So that'll be good.
And then it's closer to that place we went to eat too.
Yeah. And get this, Seven Brew. Has anybody else heard of Seven Brew? There's a Seven Brew, not even 1.5 miles from our hotel now.
All right.
And you'll love it because it's just like Dutch.
Okay.
Like they have tons of sugar-free flavors, and they do iced teas, and they do the energy drinks. They do all of that.
Speaking of Dutch.
Yeah.
Because y'all know how much we rant and rave about them. I mean, I'm even using their cups from my trash cans. I was pulled up their internet, their website. I was going to write them and see if I can get sponsored by them because I'm always charging them up. There's no option on there to email them directly. Not on their website, anyways. I got to do some more searching.
Oh wow! Renee said meant to type tappa to mint, not pear torsage. Well, that made all the world of a difference.
Yeah, tomato to me.
But yeah, there's a Seven Brews in Springfield, Missouri, and then I saw when we get to Tulsa, Oklahoma, there's a Dutch, and there's Dutches in Oklahoma City too.
Right.
So we'll be able to hit those. But I was just excited because then we go to Seven Brew Sunday night when we're there because they're open late. Because I got an alert from them that also started that conversation when I started talking to her about Seven Brew. I got an alert because tonight, if you went, they had half off drinks between 7 and 8, plus you got a free sticker. And I was like, it's right in the middle of the live.
We're at Dutch?
No, it's Seven Brew.
No, but do they have one here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I go, I don't always, when I go to my favorite HEB and the Sprouts, there's one right there.
Oh, okay then.
But that's the only one on this side of town. So that's why I don't always get to go over there. But usually if I'm in that area, I get one.
Okay.
But yeah, they're really good. And they're in Missouri. So that I think you'll enjoy that. And then when we get up to leave that Monday morning, we could drive by there again and get your tea for the day. Nice. And they actually have like even up to extra large, I think.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like this size?
I think even bigger.
Oh, even bigger. Okay, wow.
Brenda S said, I just want to say love y'all.
Love you.
Aw, we love you. Our keto family means so much to me. Don't want to miss opportunity to say that. Brenda, yes.
Thank you.
Y'all mean the world to us. We're so glad. And I feel like over, especially this past week, you really see what a great community we are in and involved with, just seeing the love and support. And, I feel like it's almost more than a community because I feel like it really is family. Because I feel like everybody, like we all were connected and we all felt this week. And I felt like we all were mourning. Right.
And that's what I was telling her too, with the road trip coming up, I really want to make it not a annual thing, at least a semi-annual.
Well, yeah. Well, it would probably be.
I still want to go overseas too. So
I know. Well, see, we just need to grow our numbers in our community to where then we got people in the UK.
Yes.
And then we would have to do a UK road trip to meet them all. So come on, y'all, make that happen.
Sean, he's already driven over there.
I know. Well, his was Ireland.
That's still part of. I thought that's still the same island area.
No, you have to take a plane to Ireland.
Oh, really? My bad.
I know.
My bad.
Yeah, but Scotland.
But they still run the same rules on stuff.
Oh yeah, but Scotland and England don't together.
My bad. See, that's a silly American. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I think it's close, but you do have to take
We
a
love
plane.
you too, Renee.
Oh, Renee said, love all of y'all.
We put up with you,
Aw.
Renee.
Tweet to Cat. Oh, Brenda, I agree. We're good people. Y'all are amazing.
I have to love Renee. She's family. I don't have a choice.
You always have choices. But yes, we love y'all, and I'm thankful that we found this community.
Yes.
You know, really, that's what it came down to, is we found y'all, and I really feel like we have become like a family. Definitely friends, and certainly it feels more and more like family. The
I
longer
honestly
we go.
feel like closer to some of them than I do my actual real blood. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because seriously, I mean, on this road trip coming up, we're going to pass right through a couple of areas where I have kinfolk to live, and they have no desire to see us. I mean, I've already put the invitation out and telling them, hey, I'm coming through. Nope.
Yeah. Well.
So, all right. I see where I rate. I'm going to go hang out with the people that do want me.
Well, and I think, you know, sometimes growing up and becoming an adult is kind of finding your people.
Yes.
Finding who you can be with. And I think if we do that, I think the hardest thing is people who can't find a family,
right?
You know, or a community that really feel alone. And that's the ones I worry about. And that's why, you know, you just be kind to other people and embrace them, because they might not have like this community to help them. And if we can bring them in and make them just feel like, you know, it's okay, you've got us, we're here.
Wow.
Renee said, I hope Brian and Jen's family are doing as best they can.
Right.
I know Brian's not like on social media, so
and I never found it. I never got his phone number, so I don't have any way of reaching out to him.
But I know that's so hard.
I'm so bad for him.
Renee said, y'all are my family and some blood. Right.
I know.
That's how I feel too. It's like some people are very fortunate to have amazing families.
Yes.
Like my work sister, her and her family are just so tight, so close.
Almost envious of it.
Right. I'm like, oh, that's what a normal family is. But sometimes I feel like it's kind of better when you're older and you're able to be like, no, this is actually family, because not all of us have that privilege of an actual healthy family relationship and everything. And then as an adult, we get to choose. We get to say, no, you're our family. This is the family I choose to be with. These are the people who support and love me and care for me.
That's what I've always said. My family, we put the fun in dysfunctional.
That's true. 22 Cat said, if not for the internet and these channels, none of us would have ever met. It's pretty cool. Right? I agree. Yeah. I mean, like, I would have never known that Renee was related to me.
Right.
If
that was just so wild. I mean, I can't believe we were asleep when she told us to.
I know. But it's just like, yeah, like, how else would we have met, y'all? Right. How else? Because there are people who live on this block and have for decades, and I don't even know their names.
An hour from here, right down where I grew up, I have kinfolk. You've never met them.
Oh.
My grandmother. You met my grandmother, the one that just passed away.
Yeah.
Her brother, wife, and kids live down that way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You've never met them. I can't remember. I was still, I think, maybe high school last time I talked to them.
What happened? They're just a falling out in the family?
Yeah. Family divide. Yeah.
So sad.
Well, I mean, I've got an uncle that just passed away. My dad's brother. You never met him. Because he was kind of an outcast from the family. Nobody ever talked to him. I can't remember the last time I saw him, actually. It kind of hit me a little weird whenever I found out he did pass away.
Well, this is what I was actually hearing today, is they were talking about wealth. Like, you know, a lot of people try to emulate wealth and act like, oh, well, if I buy this fancy car and I buy first class tickets, look, I'm wealthy. And they're like, no, dear, actual wealth, they don't fly first class, they fly private. And she said that, well, she said that basically really wealthy people are far disconnected. Like the wealthier they are, the more they are where they have very limited contact with people that are poor or lower class, because they basically use that wealth to build a wall where they don't interact. So they don't do their grocery shopping. They fly private jets, so they're not at the airports, not with anybody there. They have people who do their shopping for them, who do other things for them. So they have very limited contact with poor and lower class and middle class people because they use their wealth to do that. And they said studies actually showed that people who did that, like people who live that way, because they're so disconnected and really isolated. Isolated, because if you think you get on a plane and you're try to get to yourself, but when you're waiting for an hour or two, you sometimes end up talking to the people around you, and then you make friends, and then you're on the flight. That those really wealthy people who do that, they become so isolated that it actually hurts their mental and that human connection, because as humans, we're supposed to have connections to people. And by isolating yourself, then you're kind of excluding yourself from a community and family, which involves interacting with all types of people from all walks of life. I was like, I never thought of that before.
That explains so much.
Right? I thought it was kind of mind-blowing to me. I was like, yeah, it just proves we need this. We need to have community. We need to be able to talk, to voice our complaints, to vent and everything, and have people that we can do that with. Renee said, like it or not, Heath, y'all are stuck because Shelly is my ice and y'all are beneficiaries on my work stuff.
What
the heck, Renee?
Oh my goodness.
That's a little morbid. But thank you. Well, I hope we're your emergency contact.
Right.
Oh, I guess that's ice, isn't it? Renee said, Heath, don't be getting ideas on how to off me now either. Here's my new brisket. Renee said, I used to always leave the beneficiary spots blank because can't put Jolly Devara. Oh, I know.
Upgraded from the dog food.
Last year, they required us to fill it in. Wow.
That's why you get like meteors like Joe Mama.
If anything ever happened, we would definitely get Jolly and Devara. Like, that's without a doubt. They'd have a home, and even your cats have a home here for however long they last. But they, I would definitely get them. But also another thing you could do, not to say anything like, but I'm saying that, like, if you were like, no, I want it to go a certain way, you could actually set up a trust, and then that way you could designate in the trust, hey, my dogs Jolly and Devara, I want the guardian of my dogs to be blah blah blah, and my cats and so forth, and you could spell it out there, and then that would be your beneficiary, is the trust. If you ever have questions about that, you can reach out to me, because that's what I've done before, is work on beneficiaries for a long time. But yeah, anyways.
Now I'm crying, sorry.
Aww.
You got me right in the feels.
Look, we started with HungryHeath, and then we got Full Heath, and now we got Sad Heath.
And then my hands are, I don't know, tensing up on me.
Uh-oh. Too much action tonight. Yeah. Moving all over the place. That was a very
intensive
physical dinner, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts.
Yes.
But it wasn't that hard for me the other night. But it was also, I didn't film, and you could see why. It's a lot to take on.
Was
to
it? There's a lot of
film.
moving parts. That's the word. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, and with that is, it's a lot of moving parts at like the same time.
Right.
Because it's like, well, I gotta put the eggs in, and then I gotta make the holidays, and then I gotta pull the eggs, and then I gotta, it's like all at once.
Right.
Renee said Heath must be going through menopause. Laugh out loud. That is pretty cute.
No, it's not.
All right, y'all.
You know what I'm going through? What time is it?
8:56.
I'm going through time. It's going to go to Dutch.
It's going through time to go Dutch.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he just said, y'all.
Let's get in the car. Let's go. That's what I said.
At this hour?
You're not.
Oh, 9 o'clock at night. You want to get in the car?
What's that reel I sent you earlier?
I know.
What did he say?
He
goes, wait a minute. He goes, but if you remember, go ahead.
Yeah, he was saying the people who hang out and do stuff after work. He's like, what?
And you go home? You can leave the house again? He goes, I don't understand. I like being at home.
Right. And he says, or they call up and they're like, yeah, let's meet up after 8 p.m. And he's like, after 8 p.m.? Like, what? No, I am not.
I'm going to have to share it to the group.
Yes. Oh, good night. Well, we're going to go
Good
to
night.
Brenda S. said, so sleepy myself. I'm sure. Sweet dreams. Bye.
Good night.
Bye,
Love
Brenda.
you all. Thank you so much.
Twitch 2 Cat said, good night. I'll see you Sunday.
Thanks for putting up with Pouty Heath.
Renee said, Niners all, have a good weekend and hug your friends and family. Yes.
Do I have to?
Hugs and kisses to you.